Hello, it's Matt.
Hey, Matt, did you stay at the hotel or are you walking?
I'm getting ready to leave Embassy Suites right now.
Okay,
I
because
got my Uber coming.
I am the Uber.
Okay, yeah, I'm standing outside the front, but it looks like valet only, so I went over to the actual main drag.
Okay, so how many people am I looking for?
Just me.
I'm turning down your street now, so let's try not to pass each other. Let's see. Okay, now it just changed your location. Awesome. So hang on, I got to go to a different road. I don't know what's going on with the app the last few days, but it's definitely some issues. So hang on. It is saying I'm passing you again. So I do not see you.
I just don't know all the names of the freaking roads here, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can see Marriott.
I'll come back to the Marriott. We may as well stay on the phone because it's right around the corner.
All right. Do you want me to walk toward the Marriott?
Yeah, I mean, if you see the JW Marriott, yeah, then I should be able to scoop you up.
Okay. I'm sort of standing on the train tracks, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, that'll definitely make it easier.
I'm just going to lay in the train tracks. That's pretty much what I'm going to do.
Awesome. Then that'll be fine. All right, so I'll be coming up on you pretty quick here. Yeah, see, now it says you're moving again. I know you're not. I know it's glitching, but it's all we got to work with, unfortunately. I have a white Hyundai Genesis.
See the idiot with his arm in the air?
Yeah. That you're looking right at me.
Yeah, all right.
What's going on, Matt? No, it's all right. Go ahead. You can hang up.
They already did.
So yeah, no, it's I mean, I'm getting 70% Sofig people. Normally, I do not drive Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Right.
I just drive for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Is all I do for a living. But this Sofig thing is awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome to learn about this stuff, and it feels like a Thursday or Friday out here, as many people are out here.
It's pretty nuts. Yeah, they did the big demo where the helicopters come out today, and it's pretty cool to watch.
Is there some place that this can be watched, like after the fact, like YouTube or something like that?
I would bet you $1. I think I've seen it before. I mean, I've been here a bunch of times and seen it. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. It is pretty freaking cool. If you've never seen it, it's pretty freaking cool.
I've never even heard of it until Sunday. And after a few James Bonds in and out of my car telling me about what Sofig is and me talking more about it, I was like, okay, I'm going to be driving through Thursday.
The MH6s, the little birds,
Uh-huh.
when those things are like passing it at eyebrow level over the water, up against the building, so it's harder to shoot at. You know?
Yeah.
And they start burning those blanks out of the 134, the Gatling gun.
Oh.
It's nuts, dude.
That would have been, I can't believe that they go that far. Those kind of crazy
yeah.
demos.
They do an assault. They have a big boat out in the bay, and the swimmers swim up to the boat, and they're standing by, and then the freaking little birds come down and kind of try to clean all the bad guys off the boat. And the dudes climb out of the water onto the boat, and then a Black Hawk comes in, and guys fast rope on the back deck of the boat. And again, it's a large boat.
Yeah.
And then dudes from the...
Is it a military boat?
From the shore, no.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a hostage situation.
So is it the massive yacht that's been sitting in the harbor?
Yep. Yeah, the
kidding.
Microsoft, I think.
Yeah, okay.
The big thing on it. And yeah, so they're shooting at it from the shoreline. The little birds are coming in, freaking strafing that thing. And they're like, oh my gosh, the hostage was not there. So then the guys got to bring the rubber boats in. With the motors and stuff, with the
Navy SEAL stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Well, just like that movie, with the rubber raiding craft, and they zip in, and then they do a land assault. It's pretty nuts.
That is
cool.
It's
pretty freaking cool.
No, I didn't.
It's loud and it's ugly, and it's like God bless America. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that does sound super, super cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
And that's definitely why I like Uber. Is just to have experiences that I couldn't get anywhere else.
Well, that's, and I believe tipped you okay, because this morning, and I probably tipped her more than I should have, but she was on the phone the whole time, and it was a little annoying.
What, the other Uber?
Yeah, the Uber I took this morning.
You know,
I didn't like that. Well, you know, I'm not an asshole. You know what I mean? So she obviously, just hearing her talking to her sister, I guess it was.
yeah.
She obviously needs the help. You know, so I wasn't gonna be like, I'm not gonna tip you.
What was she saying? Do you know what the conversation was about?
It was. I guess they moved down here from Pennsylvania or something, and they live in a double wide that's really shitty, and the floors caving in, and I'm like, well, none of this sounds great, but I mean, right now you're at work, you know.
That point, what you just said is something I have never understood. So I've never taken Uber before. I've never been you. I've always been the driver.
Right.
So when I started, I just assumed that everybody did this like I do. Like this is my job.
Right.
You know, I mean, I'll handle absolute emergency calls if I have to. But when I hear Ubers talk about, like ex-Ubers, they talk about how bad driving for Uber is money-wise. And I am doing so well that I quit my 18-year career to do this full-time. It's like, it just makes sense to me. Like, clean your car, have the chargers, talk to people. Try to be here. You know, like if you were in customer service, if any of these people, like that girl, if she was in customer service, she'd be fired.
Right.
You know, and it's weird to me that people do that, but I keep hearing that.
Where are you originally from?
10 years in Kansas, but 27 here.
I kind of figured it wasn't from around here. There was a little either mid or slightly north accent.
Some people can pick up on that. I've never been able to see it, but
yeah, but you're right. You know, because I've been, since I retired from the Army, I've been a customer service guy. You know, helping the boys try to get what they need or whatever. And if you got the personality of a sledgehammer, you're not going to be able to do it. You know,
what's the word for that, by the way? I was just trying to think of that. I mean, I know there's only so much you can talk about, but like you said, customer service, getting stuff for the boys. What's that called? Like, what's that? Even in video games, haven't played them in so long. I forget what it's. You're talking about supporting guys on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's the word for that? Like, the person on the headset communicating, what do you guys need? Send it out. Like, what's the title of that not the title, but
it'd be called the S8, which is logistics.
Logistics. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I wasn't a loggy by any means, but you know, I worked for a concealed holster company, so and just deal with the government. So you know, Secret Service, FBI, some military customers, some cool guy customers, and of course those guys are all here.
Mm-hmm.
Secret Service is here.
Yeah.
FBI is here. The cool guys, and the tier 1 military guys are here. Yeah, it's just really cool, and it's not just a paycheck. It's you know, you get to help, you get to make sure guys get good stuff, and like you said, you know, engage with them, talk with them, because you know, I wasn't a special operations dude, but I chewed on a lot of the same freaking dirt, so there's an attachment.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say I've probably in the last 2 days, close to 50 rides. I'd say easily 30 are SOFIC related.
Yeah.
And there were only 2 guys that made it pretty obvious that that it is a job to them. It is money. One of them, it was their family's business, and he was like living the dream. He started out as a grunt. He's a meathead, but he's at the top of. He's been in special ops for, what do you say, 19 of the 27 years he's been in the military, and he was a good guy. You know, it's just different types. You know, and
they don't do. They have to have, you know, I mean, at least better than average test scores to get into that.
Yeah.
There's actual scores that you have to have to be, you know, in special forces. To be in the unit. But yeah, they're pretty. You know, you don't. There's not a whole lot of dummies. When I was, because I'm an infantry guy, I'm a parachute infantryman by trade.
Okay.
You'd be amazed at how many 3-year college, 100 and freaking 20 GT score. You can only get 130. That's as high as it goes.
Okay.
You know, and that's your general aptitude, mechanical, mathematical, and English and understanding. You know, the written word, the highest score you can get, and it's always full of piles of smart guys who want to do some cool shit.
Yeah.
And of course, the way the math works out, there's also some freaking idiots, outbreeders, and all that.
Well, breathers.
Because, well, in the military, you can survive and be a turd, and you can survive for quite a long time, depending on where you are and what your occupational
Right.
specialty is. But to thrive, you can't be a turd. Now, there's always people that pass you the cracks.
Probably like that everywhere, like with everything, right?
Just like everything else.
Yeah.
But in general, you're not going to thrive. They're not going to generally put you in charge of other people if you're over there with your finger in your nose.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. That's full circle back to the Uber, where I've heard people complain about, oh, I don't drive for Uber anymore. Why? Oh, yeah, because I'm tired of people not tipping. And I had 25 people yesterday and 16 tipped, which was higher than normal. I mean, it's probably because of my, I'm very, very interested in everything that's going on right now. And it's just like, I don't have that problem. But I hear other people talking about silent rides. You talked about a phone ride.
You don't have that problem because you're not
I'm here for this.
asshole.
Well, it did take me 3 months to get used to all walks of life, because you got to be really accepting of everything. You can't have any opinions, really.
Right. As long as your opinion is logical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That doesn't matter to a lot of these people.
I don't agree with what you're saying. However, I agree with your right to say it.
I wish I had more people like that. Most of them, if I don't have their opinion, they don't like me. That's when I get 1-starred. That's when I get reported. It's dumb, but it is what it is. Matt, really good meeting you, dude.
Good meeting you.
Make sure you got your phone,
Thanks.
wallets, anything like that.
Got all my stuff.
All right.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Be safe out there.
Do the best I can.
For Jay?
Hey, what's going on, Jay? Doing all right.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's good. There's a lot more commotion than there normally would be for Tuesday, obviously, because of SoFIC, but
Yeah.
I assume that's why you're here.
Indeed. We're active.
I drive 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. Normally, instead of James Bonds, I deal with drunk college kids. So they write crazy stuff in there.
If you find James Bond, let me know.
So, man, I've been finding a bunch of them. Some of them, anyway.
Who's the most interesting person you've come across?
Oh, man. Most of them have told me too much.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I don't know why people are... I mean, I get it. Like, I want to hear the coolest shit that you know, but I don't want to know anything that's going to get me in trouble, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So,
pretty reasonable.
I've talked to a British magistrate he was specifically here to communicate with American forces on the next steps to take with Ukraine.
That is definitely not stuff that you should be talking about in Uber.
There was, a couple of rocket scientists that are building eVTOL for extraction of specific forces. They're sharing the technology. Flies in, grabs a person, pulls them out. I talked to another guy that he called it cybermetrics. Even I know he didn't accidentally say that instead of cybernetics. I don't understand the difference. For the last 5 or 6 years, they've been building prosthetics to the point where they're proposing the technology for fully automated soldiers. And these people are telling me a lot of stuff. Like 4 rides ago, I had a guy in logistics, and he started telling me how he sends gear to his people. Like, I'm using like civilian terms, but he would use words like, I'm just trying to send some stuff to the boys. And so I'm like trying not to ask any more questions. But I mean, people are telling me all this crazy shit, and I don't know you know, I mean, in some cases I know that they shouldn't be saying it, you know, but like, and it's like
The fuck, guys?
when I'm like yesterday was the first full day. And when I got home yesterday, I'm like, I'm going to have to burn my dash cam. I'm going to have to fucking burn it. So, and the funny thing is, like, I think these guys are feeding off of my excitement. I lived here 27 years. I knew nothing about Suffolk at all. And so now I'm just trying to learn a little bit more, but they're just like going to the top. Like, Jesus.
God damn y'all.
So now on Sunday, I saw some people fly in. All you guys are more or less GQs. You're healthy, you're clean shaven, you're either heavily educated or you have a super high aptitude. Like driving up, I know where you're coming from. And I got that a few times on Sunday, didn't really know what it was. And then the most James Bond guy, I told him that I said this about him, but I went to the airport. There's nobody there. It was like 1 a.m. 2 people are coming down the escalator. They're both looking at me. And I like profiling people because this is what I do for a living.
Yeah.
You know, so and I'm looking at these 2 people and I'm like, am I gonna get the retired nerdy dad or am I gonna get the secret agent guy? And I said that to myself. Then when somebody said SOFIC, I'm like, what does it stand for? I'm asking people like every ride, I'm just learning a little bit more. And I couldn't understand what the big deal was. Like, why is it such a big deal here? And then they explained to me that SOCOM is out of MacDill. And I'm like, oh, like a branch? Like, no, the headquarters. I'm like, oh, okay, this is making a lot more sense. So, but yeah, so I've just been trying to learn what I can. And most of the time I can learn just because it's different kinds of people. Like, you know, a decent amount of just basic entry-level DoD contractors. A lot of people with some specialties, I'll tell you what. Because, like, the first guy that talked to me a little bit, he was explaining to me there's a lot of things that people can't talk about, you know, so don't go asking crazy questions, you know, because this is a security thing. You should probably just let people talk.
Yep.
Then I got a lady, she's probably dead now, but I got a lady that told me that, like, you don't just get in. You can't get a pass. Like, police aren't getting in. If you're an off-duty officer, you're not getting in to see all this crazy stuff and whatnot. And she starts telling me how a couple times she would, like, sneak into things and sneak into areas. And she did the catering and other stuff in the convention center. So other people would give her, like, sneak peeks of stuff and equipment and vehicles. And I'm like, this doesn't sound like this is gonna be good for the United States. So, and another person told me, they're like, yeah, you know, there's a big espionage thing, because if this is all in one place, he's like, trust me, our enemies are here too. And then I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, our enemies are not like intentionally doing espionage. It's all our good people.
Goddamn boomer.
But yeah, so it's been a good time, and I don't normally drive Monday through Thursday, but like,
This is a good week to do.
I don't know what the hell I'm gonna see next. You know what I mean? So I had a guy that his name was Colby. He was the 27-year grunt, and we're driving. He's drunk, which most of you guys, I know you might have some drinks, but like nobody's drunk for the most part. This guy was. So his friend was tanked. So someplace else. I don't know where he was. This dude's talking to me, telling me about the stuff, and the trip changes from like 3 minutes away to like 22 minutes away, something like that. And his phone wasn't in his hand. And I'm like, hey dude, real quick, what's your name? And he's like, Colby. I'm like, yeah, but it says Colby. And he goes, yeah, my friend called the ride for me. I'm like, who's your friend? And he's like, Colby. I'm like, dude, like now I'm dealing with a very seasoned meathead. I want to try to choose my words right.
That's
yeah.
a good choice.
Like, and so I'm like, dude, are you serious? So he pulls out his ID, which was his clearance ID. I'm like, dude, like,
God
you know.
damn it.
So, but we worked it out, and it was funny and whatnot. But he mentioned, you know, he's more the guy on the ground. You know, I have some self-defense stuff because I drive graveyard. I don't tell anybody about him. He called out 2 of them. I'll just drive like this. This is making me very uncomfortable, but it's an experience. This might be a driver. So
Have a good.
yeah,
Yeah,
nice meeting you, dude.
Absolutely.
I don't want to. listen, I don't care about any of this stuff. Like, I mean, I care. It's fun. It's cool. But I don't want to get...